Hey everyone, welcome back to Reading with Tatiana. This is my February wrap ups for 2024. I will be honest, I haven't been reading too much this year. I only got to read 3 books in February, and honestly, the only reason I read 3 books is because I'm part of 3 different book clubs. So I think it's great to be part of book clubs to keep you accountable. So I really appreciate that. But I haven't really done any reading for fun for myself. I think it's because I'm deep in marathon training, and I don't know, when I have downtime, instead of redirecting my energy towards reading, I just want to go on my phone and scroll. So I don't know, hopefully maybe for March and April I'll go to more reading, but we'll see. I'm not that hopeful. Oh, I had read 3 books this month in February, and honestly, they were all 4 out of 5. So they're all like pretty solid reads, very different genres, but I still really enjoyed them. So the first one I read was 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I read the other book by Ashley called Dead Romantics, and I didn't really enjoy that book, but I really enjoyed the 7 Year Slip. So this one was kind of similar vibe because same author, same genre, romantic, a contemporary romance with a bit of a twist. So I've only read 2 of Ashley's books, but I kind of feel like maybe she's kind of a supernatural romance kind of person. So this book was basically we meet Clementine, who is working at a book publisher for 7 years, and she is the cusp of being promoted to her next big career move. Her aunt unfortunately died or passed away pretty recently, and Clementine's really sad because she was really close with her aunt. And then she basically inherits her aunt's apartment and lives there. And her aunt had always told Clementine that the apartment is special because there is this slip of 7 years. So the book is titled 7 Year Slip. So basically, Clementine goes back 7 years into the past, and she meets this young and upcoming, not young and upcoming, but I guess this young guy, Ewan, who just moved to New York and aspires to be a chef. And basically, she meets him 7 years ago. He's 70 years younger, and they have this kind of romance in this like limbo place. And in present time, 7 years in present, she hopes to cross paths with Ewan again. So it's kind of like a bit of like the movie Serendipity, star-crossed, time-crossed lovers, and it was, I don't know, it was quite a fun read. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed, like, not only was it a romance, but also talked about the relationship between Clementine and her aunt. I think that really resonated with me because I had an aunt that I was very close to, and she had passed away as well back in 2018. And even though I'm not a huge romance fan, I really believe Ewan and Clementine's chemistry. It felt very realistic, and I really enjoyed that. The next book I read is First Light Wins by also an Ashley Elston. This one was super juicy. I think it's a recent book that came out. So this is definitely like a thriller mystery. I don't know, mystery, maybe a thriller action. Like if you ever watched the show Imposter, it's definitely like that. Basically, we meet a woman where she is assigned jobs to target individuals sent by her boss, and basically she's in her current job where she falls in love with this guy, like at her job to fall in love with this guy, and basically he's like a target from her boss, and she has to like retrieve a certain slice of information or something to blackmail this guy. But then things start unfolding, and it turns out that she can't really trust her boss. And this is just like a really juicy read. It's hard for me to talk about because I really don't want to spoil it, but basically no one is who as they seem. So that's why the book is called First Lie Wins. Like she truly does follow this guy that she's hired to go after, but also like she can't really trust him. And there's like a turn of events, and it's like who's telling the truth. You don't really know, and you really don't know what the truth is until like the last few chapters, and it was just a page turner. This book, though, even though it was really enjoyable to read, as a book club book, it's definitely one of those books that as soon as you start talking about and analyzing it, you realize there's lots of like loopholes that don't really make sense. But while you're reading it, the author, Ashley Elston, does a really good job immersing you in the story and the plot to not question all these loopholes. The next book I read is Brother by David Chariandy. I gave it a 4 out of 5. This book was really sad. It's set in the Greater Toronto Area in Canada, and I guess it's more of a novella. It's a really short book, and basically we meet 2 brothers, Michael and Francis, and they're the sons of Trinidad immigrants, and They basically have a very tough upbringing. They live in kind of a rough neighborhood. They get involved, or one of the brothers get involved in kind of gang related activity. It's not really clear, and it kind of talks about, sometimes you're just kind of born with not the right cards in life, and it's really easy to fall into bad situations and bad decisions. But this book does a really good job saying, like, yes, you have the choice to make your bad decisions, but sometimes, like, this book gave me a lot of empathy on why people make bad decisions, because they really are a product of their environment, and sometimes it feels like there is no free will to make the best choice or the better choice. Yeah, it's really sad. It really emphasizes the fact that there's like a sad reality that not all lives are equal, and it's just really sad to read. There's also a movie, and apparently the movie is actually quite done well based on this book, so I'll probably check it out. Those are all my reads for February of 2024. If you've read any of these books, let me know down below. Any recommendations for me for March, April, May, June, please comment down below too, because I definitely feel like I'm in a reading slump. Thanks again for watching my channel. Even though I'm not so active, I always appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next month. Bye.